Sipsky here at EducateTube.com. I'm on the Royal Caribbean cruise right now with my family. It's a 5-day, 4-night trip. It's a wonderful trip. Unlimited food, unlimited fun. If you worry about getting seasick, do not worry. I'm one of the worst ones, and I did not get sick at all. So if you decide to come on this type of trip, you'll really enjoy it. So let me do a review on this ship right now. So enjoy. Okay, so the first tip I want to give you is flying from Detroit to Miami, or you could do from Buffalo to Miami instead of going from Toronto to Miami directly. The reason for that is you're saving about $700 to $800 on the air ticket of a family of 4. We save about $700 to $800. Okay, now we had to rent a hotel which allow us to park for free one day. Renting the hotel allow you 7 days of parking, and so we don't have to pay for the parking. So the hotel was around $100, I believe, Canadian. So it's quite reasonable, and so in the end we save about $600. So that's one thing. Okay, so we stay in Detroit for a day, and then we then fly from Detroit to Miami. You can see the ship right there docking on the right. We're now in Marriott of Miami. Here's our ship. This is the Mariner of the Sea, Royal Caribbean. It's a pretty big ship. It can occupy about 4,000 passenger, and 1,400 employee works in that ship. You can see that's 5,400 people in that ship. A lot of facility. Now regarding seasickness, one of the recommendation I would advise you is to stay inside, look inside, focus, looking at people, looking at buildings, structure. Do not look outside of the ship, and try to not overeat. That's another thing that you need to do. And don't take medication unless you have to. Those nausea, vomiting medication, because they'll make you drowsy. So avoid that if possible. And then when you are going to board the cruise ship, make sure you have your passport ready, your ticket, and then they'll give you a pass card, and make sure you have a card protector so you wear it all time. Here is our room. This is the 4-bedroom, quite small, but you can see the 2 on top is where my daughter and my son sleeps, and my wife and I are on the bottom there. It's a okay size, very comfortable, aircon, well regulated. Notice the hallway is quite small. Now one thing I don't like is the washroom, the restroom, the toilet is quite small, not very comfortable. Okay, here's the elevator, very nice, touchscreen if you want to get information on that. But you can see the elevator is tiny, only about 10 to 12 people can occupy that, and there's only 4 elevators, and I noticed only about 2 or 3 of them actually are available at one time, and you have to wait a couple of minutes at least. And when there's a lot of people, it takes at least 5 minutes. So when you're moving in, coming in, it's a long wait. Okay, so this is the hallway where people interact. There is a Royal Promenade gate there, sign right there on the right side. We're going to talk about that later. But you can see a beautiful, beautiful ship. You feel like you're on vacation for sure. You can see here another hallway, beautiful staircase. There's also a staircase you can walk up and down the ship, but again, it's pretty tiring going up. Okay, so I usually take the elevator. If you notice on the left side, there is a this is a plaza, by the way. It's like a mall plaza. You can buy stuff here. There's a like a place where you can get your free food, coffee and all that, 24/7. So on the left side, you can go there even at night, late at night, or even like 2-3 a.m. You get your coffee, your dessert, and all that. Okay. So here we're walking through the shopping mall, the Royal Promenade. Pretty nice. I didn't buy anything here because we didn't really have to. Quite expensive, especially they tried to sell you alcohol. Now, by the way, you can bring 2 bottles of alcohol on the ship without cost. My brother-in-law got 2. I brought only 1 wine bottle, so we kind of share that in 5-day, 4-night so it didn't cost us a dime drinking wine. We don't drink much. I only drink 1 glass a day, maybe even less, because I want to avoid getting sick. That's another thing, right? Try not to drink too much, because you can get seasick from over drinking, and you get this, drowsiness, nausea, vomiting. But here we go. We are on they have a basketball court. It's quite nice. Basketball court is also used for a lot of other things. Like I see people playing soccer here as well, but mainly basketball. It's pretty nice to have a facility there. I see a lot of kids and even adults playing. Another nice facility and stuff you can do is this sky pad. It's like a jumping pad. It's like almost like a bungee cord mixed with trampoline kind of thing, but you can see my son jump pretty high there. There's also VR, virtual reality, jumping trampoline, I guess you could say, but my brother-in-law tried it and he liked it. Okay, here is the children playground. You notice there's the net there. It's good that they have that because you can see we're really close to the deck, and you don't want the kids to fall off, so they have a net there to prevent that from happening as they climb quite high. Here's a splash pad. Pretty nice. It's like an arc there. You can press a button and the water comes out. Here's another one that the kids might enjoy. Now there's a height limit for this one. This is the slide, the water slide. You can see here, people lining up there. My tip is try to do it when people are out on an excursion. That's where all these facilities are readily available, and you can try as many times you want. You don't want to do it when everyone's on the ship. It's the worst thing because the lineup is like 40 minutes or more. Okay. Here's a mini golf. So my nephew and my son and daughter love doing this one. It's 10 holes you can play along this mini golf. You can do that at night as well. Nice. The kids might enjoy this arcade if they're into games, but it costs money, so that's the only problem with this. So they have a decent. We didn't go there. We didn't end up spending money because the cost of the vacation already. We spent a lot of money on that already, so we try to minimize the cost by not spending more. Okay. There's also the internet as well. They have internet Wi-Fi, but it costs a lot of money and it's kind of slow. Here's another facility that you might enjoy. This is the rock climbing. My son and my nephew, my daughter love doing that as well. I can only go halfway. I used to be able to climb quite high, but I think of my weight and my I guess physique, I'm kind of weak now. But you can see my son climbing up. Had no problem with that going up there. Didn't know that he didn't know that he had to ring the bell once you go up there, but he finished it to the top. Okay, and my daughter's doing the same there. Good activity. So if you like to enjoy all these physical activities, this is one of them. They also have the ship has a 200-meter track race thing. Like they have this you can run around the ship about 200 meters. So if you run 8 laps, then that's about 1 mile or 1.6 kilometers. Oh, this is a nice one. This is called a Flow Rider. You can do a what you could call it, virtual, but actually real surfing. Here I'm trying. I didn't try to stand, of course. I try to use my body, but you can see I'm really bad at it. I was like, what am I? Oh, here we go, hitting the side there. I didn't know what I was doing there. But it's a great activity to do. I would probably do it 3-4 times, this one, but again, make sure you do it during a time when everybody's out on the excursion. I'll talk about excursion in a minute, but we didn't went too long. We ended up going to Nassau for about a couple hours and came back. Wasn't very impressed with that. Nassau Bahamas. Okay, we'll talk about that later. But you can see here my brother-in-law. He's really good at doing this. Surfing. He's very steady. You can see there. Did a good job in that. Looked like he's actually surfing, right, with his whole body. What else can I say? Yeah, so here is probably what you want to know is the pool. The pool is not very impressive in that that, you know, if you have 4,000 people, definitely not going to fit. And because they have like 3 pools, 2 are for kids and parents. I think maximum you can have in there probably no more than 50 or 70 people. You can see it's quite small. There's 2 of them, one on the right and one on the left. They also have hot tubs. There's 3 of them, but again, maximum people can be in there maybe 15 to 20. You can see people entering in there. Another thing about the pool is that it's very salty. It's as salty as the ocean. So I noticed that when kids goes into this pool, they start screaming because they didn't know it was that salty. So just be aware of that. So if you have young kids, you don't throw them in the pool because they'll be shocked that the water pool is very salty, really salty. Okay, like the ocean water salty, and it burns the eye. Actually, when I dip my eye into the pool, yeah, I can feel a little bit of burning there. Okay, it's very salty. So yeah, so if you want to hang out here, the one thing about this pool, the 2 pools, is that there is a unlimited ice cream and unlimited hot dogs. Oh, here's the adult pools. It's at night, beautiful, only for adults, so people who couples who want to enjoy themselves. And here at night, you can also enjoy on the deck, beautiful moon. This is a moon and the Mars. You can see on the right side, sparkling light. That's tiny light is actually Mars. You can sit here all night at night with drinking wine and talk to your family. Beautiful. Another thing that you'll enjoy is dining. Okay, there's a special dining. You can sign up. You can sign up ahead of time. So every night, instead of just they have unlimited food, breakfast and lunch. But there's a special dining. You can sign up. Make sure you sign up ahead of time, and you can sit in and dress semi-formal. You don't have to, but try to do that. It make like it's a very classy type of trip. So here you can see people enjoying their food. Beautiful dining facility. There's also, you can pay for a sit-in as well, so that you don't have so many people in the dining table. Some people I see go for that paid version, but here you can see free food. Beautiful. We have a salad. Okay, so here Studio B is a very cool facility where you can actually have ice skiing. Yeah, can you believe that? Ice skiing on the ship? I couldn't believe it that you can actually ski here. So we skate on this ring. This ring can also be used as laser tag. So on another day they'll put some kind of place where you have laser tag. So laser tag is also here as well. And another day is ice skating. So here we went to ice skating. Okay, I love laser tag was good too, because you can actually see the laser as if you're playing Star Wars games or something like that. But enjoy that game as well. So look forward to Studio B, ice skating, and laser tag. See, this is where I'm talking about the runway, okay? The 200-meter runway. You can run every morning. There's also the gym. I never went, but if you like, to keep yourself fit because all the eating, there we go. There's a running way, as you can see here. Another thing is I like about the trip is that they have their private island, so we end up going out for a day. This is totally free. This is a private island owned by Royal Caribbean Company, and you go there and they have unlimited food as well that you can see there. There's the food bar. Go in there, eat, and then you go swimming, right, the whole day. Enjoyed it. Actually, I really enjoy Coco Cay because we don't have to spend any money. Unless you want to drink, then you have to pay for it. But yeah, I love the beach. It's warm, it's not too cold. The water is nice. Salty again, of course, you're talking about ocean water, so it's salty. But what my son and I really enjoy is actually looking at sea creatures. Okay, as you can see, there's a photo showing. There we go. There's my son looking at little sea creatures there, and here I film the fish. Love it. These fish, if you look at the aquarium, if you want to purchase one or two, it's a couple $100, right? So here it's free. You can just look at it in its natural habitat environment. I prefer having animals in their natural habitat, and we just observe them, okay? Because they live longer, they're happy. You can see their like this one here looked like a puffer fish. I don't know what kind of fish it is, you can tell me, but I love looking at them. I was there for an hour just looking at these fish and sea creatures. There's another one too, like this looked like a I don't know what kind of fish it is. It's very long, look like tubular fish there. They go in pack, as you can see there. I was filming them. Okay, now we're at Nassau, Bahamas. Wasn't very impressed with this one because we end up staying only for a couple hours. If you want, you have the money, you can actually pay for the excursion to this. It's almost like you can call it like a Disney there. Can't remember the name of that place, but quite expensive. But if you have a whole day there, you can go there and enjoy the whole day in Bahamas, Nassau, Bahamas. But we didn't want to spend the money. All the facilities on the ship anyway, so we end up see, here's a trick. We, instead of going to Nassau, Bahamas, we end up going back to the ship and then enjoy all the facility, because most of the people were out on the ship and we have the ship to ourselves. We did the pool, we did all the rides, and and it was not occupied, so that's the best time. Okay, that's my, if there was one most important tip, is that's what I would recommend you do. If you wanted to enjoy all the facility on the ship, do it when everybody's off the ship, and then you have time with your family to do that. Okay, so this is a scene I filmed going back to the ship. Okay, this is from Coco Cay Island, the private island that Royal Caribbean owned, and we're going back. Okay, let me summarize what I just said. Okay, so to avoid seasickness, make sure you go on the warm to hot summer days. Okay, so this is between June to second or third week of August. Okay, where there's non-turbulent hurricane season. So during non-turbulent hurricane season, you should go between June to August. I know one of our friend went in May, and he and his family said it was a bit cold, so not a good choice. You want to enjoy outside and indoor. So watching. Oh, by the way, there's a theater movie, quite recent. 2-3 month old movie, like we saw. Was it Infinity War? I can't remember the name of that. Oh yeah, Avengers: Infinity War. It was on the ship, and there's a couple of movies that was just came out a couple months, and we were able to watch on the ship as well. So if it's during the hot season or warm season, you can actually enjoy going on the pool and watching the show, or just stay on the the seat and just watch it outdoor. Okay, and watching the stars and all that too, enjoying all the outdoor stuff. They have shows as well, but my wife enjoyed the ice skiing show, but she wasn't impressed with other type of show. So be aware of that. There's shows if you like shows, but they're not that impressive. Regarding seasickness, what I did was I avoid taking any medication, because you take medication afterwards, you might get drowsy and all that. So I avoid that. What I did was I tried to focus inside, so look inside, look at people, look at things that relative to what give you stability, right? So just look at the structure of the ship. Try not to look like here. See, if you're looking outside into the ocean, it's kind of shaky. You can feel that the boat is moving. So don't look at the ocean or the sea. You can look at the sky, because the sky, when you look up, it's quite stable. Like it's not shaking. But if you look at the sea, you can see the wave moving, and you realize, oh, I'm in motion. So it may be psychological, but you feel like you're moving, and you have this nausea, vomiting feeling. So avoid that, and don't overeat. That's very important. Do not overeat, okay? Or drinks. Don't drink too much as well. You want to keep your mind and body stable. That's the key. So avoid taking medication, okay? Unless you have to. You might bring gravel and all that, just preventative, and maybe some Tylenol for headaches and all that stuff. So just be aware of that. If you can, avoid it. What else can I say? Oh yeah, I said that you can bring 2 wine bottles, so you can do that to the ship for free. Just make sure you claim that. Make sure you tell them that you have wine bottles, because when they scan you, they will say what's in there. Okay, so you're allowed to bring 2 wine bottles. Like I said, you can stay in a hotel for free free parking for 1 week. We did that. Cost us $100 to stay in a hotel. Oh, I forgot. If you're a Canadian and you don't want to call, and let's say 2 or more family are coming with you, make sure you have internet or phone that can call to the States. Okay, I'm not talking about roaming. I'm talking about like your ability to access it. The one we used was Roam Mobility. It was $5 a day, and you can have 1 gig of data and unlimited 2G data and unlimited texting and calling. So for $5 a day, that's really good. Also bring a walkie-talkie if you're again with a couple families, so you can communicate with each other to know where everybody is going. Okay, so a lot of activities like I mentioned: laser tags, ice skating, surfing called the rider. I can't remember the name of that. And basketball court, standard pool, water slides, rock climbing, virtual reality, bungee jumping, and shows available. Unlimited food, day and night. There is a food facility, like almost like a cafe, in the Royal Promenade. You can stay during like late night. Fine dining. Make sure you book ahead of time. Right, this is quite good. So book ahead of time, do it online, and then let's say set it to 6 o'clock, and everybody go and eat together. I think it's one of the perks in this ship. Private island, the Coco Cay, very good. Make sure you go there. I'm not impressed with the Bahamas, Nassau, because when you get out of the ship, everybody want to sell you something, and then there's always something you have to pay already. You pay so much on the ship, so might as well enjoy the ship. So I recommend you do is maybe go off the island for a couple hours when you go to Nassau, and then what you want to do is come back and do all the activities. Okay, there's unlimited iced tea, coffee, teas, orange juice, and all that stuff. So so you don't have to worry about it. There's also soft drink, but you have to pay for that as well. Okay, again, I said that there's movies you can watch in a theater, outdoor. There's a lot of activity you can do. So make sure you do that. Only problem I find that I don't like, of course, is the small washroom or restroom. The toilet's quite small. The hallway is small. Nassau Bahamas excursion, not impressed with that. Arcade, even though it's there, it's not free. Internet is slow and expensive, so we didn't even use it. My brother-in-law actually used that, paid for it. I can't remember how much it was, but it's quite expensive for a day. Pops, if you like soft drinks, not free either. You have to pay for that. So not impressed with that as well. I wish they had some kind of free soft drinks. Alcohol is expensive, so make sure you bring 2 bottles. Elevator is slow. They're not that big, though they look nice. It's a bit of a long wait time. The pools, make sure you tell the kids that it's salty and could burn their eye, so don't throw your kids in the pool there. Make sure they kind of adjust to the pool and make sure that they know it's salty. What else? Yeah, because we're Christian, I thought maybe there would be a place for worship, but they don't have that. They have LGBT meeting, but they don't have any other type of clubs. I wish they have other type of clubs, like a worship meeting and all that. That'd be great. If they implement that next in the next year or so, if not even this year, that'd be great. TV choices. There's movies and shows, but I wish to have my favorite channel like HG's TV, Cooking Channel, Discovery History Channel. That'd be great. Casino, yeah, I didn't mention that because we didn't go, but casino, a bit smoky. My son hates smoke, like cigarette smoke, so yeah, I wish they have a casino that is non-smoking. Not that we're gonna go play there, but at least we can walk around and see. But yeah, so I wish they had a non-smoking casino. That's about it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you ever decide to go to these type of trip, look for the deal, and between June to 3rd week of August, you probably can get a good deal, but just watch out for like the air ticket can be quite expensive. Remember, you only allow a hands-on and a personal bag, so only 2. Okay, so we have 1 small luggage and then a carry-on luggage, and just a backpack. So that's what we have. Only two. Okay, make sure that, else they will ask you to rearrange your stuff or you have to pay for it. All right, thanks for watching EducateTube.com.